here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday today and enjoying your start to the NFL season. Unfortunately, today for the San Francisco 49ers, it was a very disappointing and frustrating loss, losing 19-10 versus the Chicago Bears. And we just got to turn the page. This was a tough one out there. Looking at Trey Lance, I think there were some good things in the game today and also some learning experiences for Trey Lance. Yeah, disappointing we didn't get the win, but at the end of the day, this was a good learning experience and getting a chance to see Trey Lance out there in his first start. There were some throws that he missed, some wide open throws, but then there also were some very impressive throws that he made. So it was fun to see what he was able to do out there. And the 49ers defense, they were playing incredible early in this game and really keeping the 49ers, keeping them ahead in this game and keeping us playing very well. The offense, we would have liked to have seen us put up a lot more than 10 points early. We had a 10-0 lead and, some missed opportunities. This was a tough one out there. But the good thing is that it's just the first week of the season, so we're going to learn from this one and move forward. Welcome in, everyone, to the post-game show. Glad you joined us this afternoon. We're breaking this one down, week one of the NFL season, and so excited for another season of San Francisco 49ers football. And, couldn't be more excited to have football back, to be waking up on Sunday morning with NFL football. And this was a tough one this afternoon. You give credit to the Bears and to be able to get this win. Their defense played pretty good to stop our potent offense. For us to only be able to have put up 10 points in this game, the defense stopped us, and we should have been able to put up a lot more points on offense. So this is a tough one, but again, good thing that it's just week one of the season. So definitely expect the 49ers to bounce back strong next week in our home opener, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. So continuing to break down this game, looking at Trey Lance's performance in his first full season as a starter in the NFL. He completed 13 of 28 passes for 164 yards. Did throw one interception in the game. So for the most part, took care. Outside of that one interception, took care of the football, and he did rush for quite a bit in this one. 13 carries for 54 yards. So you did see the 49ers in situations that they could rely on Trey Lance to be able to run with the football for the first down. So we did see that happen. And Juwan Jennings, he continues to build off his impressive rookie season. We saw him starting to play very well down the stretch last year. And in today's game, he had 4 catches for 62 yards. So what a performance for Juwan Jennings. What a start for him to get the season going. Welcome in, everyone, to the post-game show. Glad you joined us. We're breaking this one down. Couldn't be more excited to have another season of San Francisco 49ers football and to be covering it on the channel. So glad you joined us this afternoon. A really frustrating loss in week one. Was not expecting to lose against the Bears. This 49ers team is a Super Bowl caliber team, and I fully believe that we are going to get to the Super Bowl this season. And the quest for 6, we are going to be winning our 6th Super Bowl this season. But after week one of this season, very disappointing loss, and I definitely fully expect us to bounce back strong next Sunday against the Seahawks. And we are going to see the ups and downs of Trey Lance in his first full season as a starting quarterback. There were a couple throws in this game. One throw, that would have led to a touchdown, wide open touchdown. And obviously, there were, when you think back to the big play that the Bears had, that they got a touchdown from, or pretty much got in way deep down the field. That explosive play led to a touchdown there, and we had some missed opportunities. So look, we dominated this game early. When you're looking at our defense was dominating early. The Bears, I mean, they had not put up any points at all in the first half of this game. Essentially, I think they had not scored yet at halftime, and yeah, it's just tough. This was a tough one out there. But the good news is that it is only week one of the season. So a lot of season left, and no reason to panic after week one. And I think Trey Lance is only going to get better from here. And it was very exciting to see what he was able to do out there. A lot of exciting plays, and with his explosive ability to run with the football, that definitely keeps a lot of plays open, keeps them alive, and that definitely can lead to a lot of explosive plays, and so really open up the playbook for Kyle Shanahan. So it's going to be really fun to see what the 49ers are able to do on offense this year, with having Trey Lance as a starter at quarterback. Let's welcome in everyone to the post-game show. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this game here, week one of the NFL season here. 49ers, lose a tough one in Chicago. Definitely not how, we expected the season to start, but I definitely fully expect us to bounce back strong next week. And we're taking a look at defense on this game. Hufanga was absolutely incredible in this game. He completely dominated the game on defense. He had 9 tackles in the game, also had the big interception, and what a big moment in the game that was for Hufanga. Fred Warner with another great game, 4 tackles. Nick Bosa, we got to see the explosive athleticism with Nick Bosa. I think you are going to see Nick Bosa have an incredible season this year and just absolutely dominate out there. So he had a great game. So there are a lot of great things, a lot of positives to take out of this game, despite the frustrating loss. The 49ers defense, they played incredible in this game. They looked like a number one defense. They contained the Bears, obviously late in the game. Bears, a couple explosive plays led to some touchdowns. But for the most part, when you look at how this 49ers defense played, they played solid today. And the offense, the offense could have played much better. Being that we only got 10 points in this game, and pretty much I think we were shut out in the second half of this game. So just a tough one out there. Really frustrating. You give credit to the Bears defense to be able to contain us in this one. But it certainly felt like we should have been able to do a whole lot more out there. And I think we are going to bounce back strong. Continuing to break down the game, so we did speak about Juwan Jennings, 4 catches and 62 yards in the game. So, and a lot of that did come in the second half of the game. So Juwan Jennings, he was a great target to go to, and I think he is only going to get better. We saw down the stretch last season that Juwan Jennings just continued to get better. So that was great to see there. Welcome in, everyone. Great to see we got 8 in the house. Appreciate everyone checking in. Would love to hear everyone's thoughts. How do you think this season is going to go for the San Francisco 49ers? Obviously, we know a disappointing loss here this afternoon, but I definitely fully expect the 49ers to bounce back strong next Sunday in the home opener against the Seahawks. And I think Trey Lance, we are going to see the ups and downs with Trey Lance, but there were some good things out of this game, and obviously we know, there were some plays, some wide open throws that Trey Lance missed, and I think in one play in particular, when the play started to break down, there was a wide open player there, so I think that is also another learning experience there, and I think Trey Lance will just continue to get better as he goes through those situations. When plays start to break down, try to be relaxed, step and make your throws there. I think for when you look at the overall numbers, still passed for over 164 yards in the game. So did put up, pretty solid stats. But you look at 15 incompletions in this game, so that's a number that has got to be a lot better. You can't be only completing less than half of your passes. You want to see somewhere around 67 to, I would say probably 70% and above. You want to see numbers around there, up to 75% if possible. So I think that's something we will see get better as the season goes on. Looking at how the 49ers ran the football in this one, you had Deebo Samuel running it, 8 carries in the game for 52 yards. And that's just what is so much fun to watch Deebo Samuel out there, is that you can line him up as a wide receiver. You can line him up in the backfield. He is so explosive out there and so much fun to watch. And I think he's going to have an MVP caliber season this year. So really just such a fun player, Deebo Samuel. So he did have 8 carries for 52 yards in this one. Elijah Mitchell with 6 carries for 41 yards. I believe he did, unfortunately, have to leave the game due to a knee injury. So knock on wood, praying that the knee injury is going to check out okay with Elijah Mitchell. Hopefully he'll be able to get back out there next week. As we know, with Elijah Mitchell, he had an incredible rookie season last year, appearing in 11 games, and really was just an incredible player. So really a tough setback for him, getting the injury here this afternoon. He was putting in a lot of hard work in the off season, putting on muscle, working on his agility, working on getting more flexible. So you were hoping that was gonna, be able to lead to him being more healthy, staying healthy on the field. So just an unfortunate setback there. So again, as we find out more updates on there, we will update. But yeah, a tough one. So we'll see, again, as we find out, praying that the knee injury is not going to be too serious. We did see Juwan Kinlaw. He also had a injury, but was able to return back in the game. So that is a great sign to see with Juwan Kinlaw. So we'll have to get some updates on that. But yeah, welcome everyone to the post-game show this afternoon. San Francisco 49ers. Definitely not the start that we were expecting, but definitely fully expect us to be able to bounce back strong. Continuing to break down the game, Brandon Ayuk, he had 2 catches for 40 yards. And I do think that you will see Brandon Ayuk start to get, more playing time, or you will see him start to be more involved in more big plays. So had a couple big plays today, and I mean, he is such an explosive player. So I do believe the connection with Trey Lance and Brandon Ayuk, I think you're going to see that relationship just continue to grow and, really be one of Trey Lance's key targets out there. So yeah, a lot of learning experiences in this loss. And, the good thing about a game like this is that with Trey Lance, going through the ups and downs of playing in your first full season as a starter, having a game like this early, it can be a good thing because, now he can take this learning experience with him into next week's start. So let's see what happens. Definitely looking forward to next Sunday. Cannot wait. Welcoming everyone to the post-game show. Glad you joined us this afternoon. We're breaking down week 1 of this start to the San Francisco 49ers season. A tough one today. This was a frustrating loss, no doubt about it. But the good news is that super early in the season, there were some positives to take out of the game. Trey Lance, you saw some big plays. You saw what he can do with his arm strength out there. So that was fun to watch. In the defense, the 49ers defense, the first half they dominated. A couple big plays led to some big touchdowns in the second half for the Bears. But overall, you have to feel like the 49ers defense played solid in this game. Again, the second half, a couple of big plays led to some touchdowns. But yeah, this the star on defense was Hufanga. He was just incredible. 9 tackles and did get the 1 interception. I mean, so he's going to be such a fun player to watch. And I think the 49ers got him in the 6th round in the draft. So what an absolute steal to get a incredible talent like Hufanga that late in the draft. So it's going to be so much fun to see what he does out there this season. And really, he put it together today. 9 tackles in the 1 interception. So big shout out to Hufanga. Nick Bosa as well. We got to see just how explosive. He's looking great out there, looking healthy. So that is a great sign to see. I think you are going to see a big time season from Nick Bosa this year. So cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's going on, SG Sports Talk channel? Appreciate you checking in. Welcome in everyone to the post-game show. Glad you joined us this afternoon. We're breaking down week 1 of this start to the NFL season. San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, it was a tough one out there. A frustrating loss, but definitely fully expect us to bounce back strong next week. We are going to see the ups and downs with Trey Lance as a starter. So, there were some positives in this game and, some learning experiences. Obviously, there were some wide open throws that would have led to touchdowns. So I think, Trey Lance he's going to get better and, you will see him capitalize on those opportunities. But just tough in a game like this where, these missed opportunities and then allowing a couple big plays late in the game. The Bears were able to kind of get that momentum, and once they went up by 2 scores, that last drive we were looking good, in that fourth quarter. Looked like we were going to be able to punch it in the end zone, make it a 3-point game, but we just could not. I think, we turned the ball over there on 4th down, and, the rest was history from there. So, this was a tough one, but again, I think we are going to bounce back strong. Welcome in. Thoughts? So Justin Fields, did not see, don't have the exact numbers in front of me with Justin Fields, how he did. But I think you have to say he did pretty solid out there considering, he made the big throws when he had to that led to the big scoring plays. So I think looking at what he did in his first start of the season, he played well. He played solid. We'll have to check his overall numbers. But Justin Fields, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do out there. He was part of this young quarterback draft class. And, if you're a Bears fan, definitely this is, going to be a better start to the season. The Bears have obviously been struggling for quite some time. So, going into, a new journey with a young quarterback with Justin Fields, and seeing what the Bears defense, what they, you give them credit, they were able to stop us. Because, our offense is so explosive, and to only be able to put up 10 points, we're a whole lot better than that. So this was a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. Thank you for the update there. Justin Fields was 8 of 17 for 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So I think played solid in the game, and just from what I saw watching it, so you give credit, but I think with the 49ers here, no reason to obviously no one's panicking, but I think this is a tough loss, but we're gonna forget about this one very quickly, because this 49ers team, they are built to contend this year. They are built to get to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. So I think you are going to see us really bounce back strong. Because, this is a frustrating loss. And, I think 49ers are going to show their resilience, their ability to fight back after a tough loss. So let's see what happens moving forward. We'd love to hear what everyone's thoughts are on the game. What you thought about Trey Lance and how he did in his first start of the season. How you thought the 49ers defense did overall in this game. I felt like the 49ers defense played pretty solid. First half we were dominating. Obviously, a couple big plays in the second half led to some touchdowns for the Bears. And offensively, I definitely feel like we should have been a whole lot better. So I think offensively to only have put up 10 points, with how potent our offense is, I think that's where would definitely have loved to have seen us be a lot better on offense. But I think we will continue to build off this and get better. Appreciate everyone checking in. We just hit 11 in the house, so cannot. I appreciate the support so much. This really means a lot. We are breaking all kinds of records today on the channel, and it really shows the support of the 49ers faithful. Doesn't matter win or lose, we're going to be here breaking it down, talking 49ers football. We're excited about the season. Look, it's still early in the year, and just like what we saw last year, 8 games, it didn't look like we were going to be having a good season. And the way that we bounced back after starting out 3-5, it was incredible to see. We were able to get to the playoffs as a wild card, and nobody expected us to get as far as we were able to last year and get to the NFC Championship game. So really great. It's only week 1 of the season. So definitely I feel like, you take this loss and the learning experiences from it and move forward. And, we're not going to make the same mistakes that we made today, because we had a lot of missed opportunities in this one, and, very easily should have had the win today. It's a frustrating loss. But I know that we are going to bounce back strong. So let's see what happens next week. It's going to be fun taking on the Seahawks, and we won't have to see Russell Wilson at quarterback. Finally, after all these years of Wilson absolutely destroying us, finally we won't have to deal with Russell Wilson anymore. Thank goodness he is out of the NFC West. He is now with the Denver Broncos. So it is going to be a different looking Seahawks team without Russell Wilson at quarterback. But yeah, expect it to be a good fight. And, this is going to be a good opportunity. 49ers come out next Sunday. The home fans, we are going to be ready to go. Cannot wait. 49ers faithful. It's going to be fun next Sunday. Welcome in, everyone, to the post-game show. Glad you joined us this afternoon. We're breaking this one down. Week 1 of the start to the NFL season. 49ers lose a tough one. Definitely, this was a tough one, but fully expect us to bounce back strong. And, there were definitely a lot of positives to take out of this game. When you look at what the offense was able to do out there, they were able to put together some really good drives out there. And so I think moving forward, we're only going to continue to get better. And Trey Lance, he's going to go through those learning experiences. And, so I think, this was a tough one, but, fully expect us to bounce back. Appreciate that, SG Sports Talk channel. Yeah, the man, the legend, Frank Gore, Hall of Famer, and one of the greatest ever to play the game at the running back position. What's going on? I'm in report. So good to see you, my friend. It has been a long time. Appreciate you checking in. O-line has to do a better job to protect Lance. Absolutely. I'm right there with you. Too many times when you looked at this game, constantly the Bears were putting way too much pressure on Trey Lance. Mike McGlinchey, we saw, a few times, some sacks. In McGlinchey, we've seen him have some struggles there. But yes, I agree with you, Iman, that, the offensive line, they really struggled in this game today. And, yeah, really, it just seemed like, in the second half, especially the Bears defense, they were getting really good pressure against Trey Lance. And when you have a young quarterback who in his first full season as a starter, and again still learning the quarterback position, you're constantly having him under pressure. It's going to lead to a lot of tough situations. And so yeah, that's definitely something that we got to see the 49ers improve on moving forward. The offensive line has got to do better in protecting Trey Lance. And looking at how the defense did, I thought the defense played pretty solid today. The first half, we were dominating out there, playing really great. And the second half, we allowed a couple big plays that led to some big touchdowns. So yeah, I think definitely limiting those big plays and penalties. I think another thing where we looked really rusty today was way too many penalties. We had costly penalties. Dre Greenlaw, I think, had the one 15-yard penalty on the face mask. Would have been a fourth down, and instead keeps the drive alive, extends the drive for the Bears. So yeah, I think when you break down this game, you look at the penalties. The penalties really hurt us. So yeah, we looked very rusty out there, very uncharacteristic. And yeah, I do not think that what we saw today. I don't think you're going to see this 49ers team the rest of the year. This team is way better than what we showed today. So yeah, it's a tough one, but good thing it's just week one. So looking forward to week two. It's going to be a lot of fun to bounce back. John Lynch should consider looking for O-line help in the trade market. Yeah, I think, you always look into ways on improving the team. And I think that seeing the struggles from the offensive line today, I definitely think you look into the free agent market in the or in the trading market to see if there's any available options. Because bringing in better competition is just going to raise the quality of play at that position, and we have got to protect the quarterback. If you do not have a good offensive line, again, it just makes everything else that much more tougher because now the quarterback is rushing. He's feeling like he has to get the ball out a lot sooner because maybe he doesn't feel as confident in his offensive line protecting him. So yeah, we've got to be better in that area, and I definitely expect us to bounce back strong. So yeah, this was a tough one. Again, a lot of learning experiences in this loss today. Good thing that a loss like this comes early in the year because these can be really character building losses, and yeah, you can come out of a loss like this and really be excited about building and learning from this loss. So yeah, I think you're going to see this 49ers team bounce back strong next week. Cannot wait to see 49ers playing at home. It's going to be exciting. First home game of the 2022-2023 season. So welcome everyone to the post-game show. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Hope everyone is enjoying your NFL Sunday. How exciting is it that we are now going to have football every single Sunday until February, until the Super Bowl. So couldn't be more excited for another NFL season. How would you rate Trey on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm rating him a 5 today. Yeah, I think that's a good rating. An accurate rating, I would say. Definitely, not a good rating in terms of, Trey Lance, yeah, he could have been a lot better today. I would rate him about a 6.5 out of 10. So I think he was okay today. Again, there were some really nice throws that he made, and you really got to see his arm strength, his ability to make those deep throws. But also there were some throws that he should have been able to make and would have led to touchdowns. So I think that overall, he could have been way better than he was today. And yeah, so it was a tough one out there. We had a lot of missed opportunities. And, this very well, should have been a win. So, you move forward and, you take the learning experiences in this one. And, yeah, we are going to see the ups and downs as Trey Lance in his first full season as a starting quarterback. But I think these are good learning experiences. So couldn't be more excited to see what he's able to do next week. I think you're going to see him make a lot of adjustments. Another great area in his game, running with the football. He has that explosiveness, but I definitely think that you will see him probably run with the football a lot less because, I don't think that we want to have him be susceptible to injuries, taking big hits here and there. So, yeah, that'll be interesting moving forward. I think we did see it last year, too. There were some games that, you did see him run with the football quite a bit. But again, that's definitely, an asset in his game because he He is so explosive running with the football. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what he can do out there. What's going on, David? Trey Lance equals RG. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say that they're, equal to each other in terms of talent, but I think that obviously both of them ran with the football. But again, Trey Lance's talent, I mean, he is so gifted and talented. And I really think that you are going to see him burst on the scene this year. And yeah, this was a good learning experience for Trey Lance in his first start of the season. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens next Sunday. What are your rivalry between the 49ers and Seahawks, and what does that rivalry mean to you? Yeah, it means a lot to me, being that the 49ers Seahawks rivalry really became more more relevant in the last decade or so, as we've seen the battles between these two teams with Harbaugh and Pete Carroll, and battling against Russell Wilson. So yeah, this rivalry really means a lot, as I've seen it really develop, and seeing the NFC Championship, seeing us beat them in some big time games. Even at Candlestick, the Frank Gore game where he rushed for like 40-50 yards, got us in field goal range, and we won on a game-winning field goal in that game late. So yeah, the rivalry really means a lot, and can't wait for next Sunday. So we are going to be wrapping up the post-game show here shortly, but before we do, as always, we are going to get to our picks of the game. So we'd love to hear who you're taking as the pick of the game. If you haven't already shared your pick of the game. For my pick of the game, I'm going to take Juwan Jennings. Really put together a great effort out there. 4 catches for 62 yards. What a great performance for him, building off his rookie season. So I'm going to take Juwan Jennings as my pick of the game. So thank you everyone so much for the incredible support. I really appreciate it. And let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up the like button. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the support. And if you enjoy the San Francisco 49ers live post-game shows, be sure to smash that subscriber button, and be sure to smash the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm going live for the next San Francisco 49ers post-game show. 49ers lose a tough one today, but we are going to bounce back strong, everybody. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy watching football with your friends and family, wherever you are. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. And let's go, San Francisco 49ers. Let's go, 49ers. Let's go, 49ers faithful.